Right, friends. Who's happy to kill? Who's ready to kill some Necrosavants? And you know, for the longest time, I've been trying to work out what the rules are around when Necrosavants spawn with half health. That's an interesting one. I used to think that if it's daylight, you're more likely to get them at half health, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with your power level. If I can double taunt, because if I can double taunt, I will. Just locking these pieces of shit down is the really big struggle. Yeah. Don't move into contact there, Pebbles Walrus. It's not necessary. Dogs? I don't think we have to drop dogs yet. Solid hit. Probably should have taunted, but fuck it. If I get any attacks off, should take him. Offense being the best defense, of course. And stunning. I could have and should have stunned there. Nice double kill for Stobbie. I'm worried about that though. Geralt is very vulnerable. Not we killed 2 out of 9 in the first turn, so good. I think all these lads who threw nets on the previous turn need to now get their shields out. Because these Kopeshas can work their way through armor pretty quick. Where? So I'm breaking up into 2 different groups here, which is not ideal. But for now, I think we just live with it. Solid stun. If I had to pick one weapon type best suited for killing these things, it would be either the cleaver or the mace. But of the 2, I'd probably lean towards mace, because being able to stun them is more valuable than giving them bleed. Oh, come on. Lads. There it is. Just 5 left. Four to go. Nice work, Pebbles. Excellent. Things are so dodgy. One more. Good job, boys. And exactly what we needed. Well crafted and hardened leather armor supported by padded gambeson and chainmail. 133 for 8. It's nice and light, but ugh. 133. It's okay. And finally we finished the ambition. I mean, 133 and it weighs 4 less fatigue. A slight improvement. And once we put a wolf armor on there, that'll be much better. Shieldbreaker lad needs long axe, and he needs two-handed axe and net. Polearm lad. Level 9 on the assassin now. Excellent. Battleforged or nimble. What depends whether I'm doing a heavy or light armored build. The couple times I've tried a mix of taking nimble and battleforged, it's just never felt worth it. It's one or the other. For my heavy armored guys, let's take a look. Hang on here. So, Fiddles and Walrus, the great sword lad, should be a decent example. There we go. Reach advantage because it's great sword. He's going to be using swing and split to get lots of stacks, get his defense up. Underdog, battleforged plus brawny. You'll notice it doesn't have killing frenzy, but his job is to, like, you know, when we're getting swarmed, is to hold the outside flank. He already has decent damage. And if I was to take Killing Frenzy, I would have to not take Gifted. And all of these cultist guys, they just don't have the stats to not take Gifted. They really need Gifted. I wiped the Assassin, so we know he's going to take Dagger Mastery. So Quick Hands and Dagger Mastery is what makes him an Assassin. Berserk. Is he going to take Berserk? I think he is. He's a heavy armor lad. Hang on, so Berserk at 9, Killing Frenzy at 10, Dagger Mastery at 11, plus one other perk, probably Underdog. So Dagger build, light armor. So Student, of course, to accelerate his leveling up. Recover is pretty mandatory because he's going to be dumping a lot of fatigue using Death Blow or Puncture. Colossus to get his hit points up because he's a light armor lad. Backstabber is important to help him hit. He's going to be attacking with minus 15 a lot of the times. The light armor guys like this, because I haven't bothered going for initiative and dodge, aren't the most survivable, which is why I find Shield Expert so important to get melee defense up. 52 melee defense is pretty good. Obviously Dagger Mastery, Berserk, Nimble, Killing Frenzy, and Indom, so you can stop from getting shoved around. Arguably, you can switch out Indom for something like Underdog. But that's just a playstyle thing. Okay. 210 for 26, that is 200 for 25. This current setup we have isn't running any executioners, no, sorry, torturers I call them. Excellent. After weeks spent listening for rumors, buying pints of beer from decrepit old veterans and negotiating with wheedling thrones, we were able to ferret out the locations of a prestigious weapon, shield, armor, and helmet. Having learned where to find the pieces, all that remained was the minor matter of defeating the various horrors and cutthroats guarding it. Now soon to be worn by the men of your company, the pieces form a set fearsome to behold. The man who dons this arming onto the battlefield will see the fiercest enemy hobble away, shaking a load down the leg of his pants. Venthorn Daggerlad exclaims proudly and the laughing approval of his brothers in arms. You only hope their joy and excitement doesn't turn into envy once you announce which man will get to wear the pieces. We'll check the retinue in a second. What's our fame at legendary? 4,500. What? Are you a sacrifice? I don't think you are. Are you one of the newer lads? Enko, Wolfgang, White. Oh, sweet. Okay, good. Quite right. We can remove the sacrifice moniker from you. 4 sacrifices. Retinue. So, drill sergeant for leveling up lads, quite important, I think. Blacksmith for repairing things quicker, and I think I got the blacksmith second because that allowed me to buy heater shields, and then when they get broken, they don't get completely destroyed. And before you could actually use the blacksmith in your retinue, I found that having to replace heater shields was actually a pretty noticeable drain on my economy. The bounty hunt, sorry, hang on, not bounty hunter, the minstrel, I would really only take for cultists or trading caravan. I suppose peasants as well, because you gain renown so slowly. And the makes tavern room is more likely to contain useful information. We haven't found much use for that yet, but it's hard to know. Scavenger just helps also economics-wise. Over the course of all these battles, you're getting hundreds of tools back, and tools are usually the single biggest expense in every campaign. And of course, Bounty Hunter for champions to get legendaries. Could jump in here. What's in here? We don't know. Assassin, keep leveling up. Guildbreaker, Great Sword, Guildbreaker. I tried. Well, there's a short and a long answer. For me, the short answer is no. They don't need Overwhelm. I experimented a bit with Overwhelm in an offline campaign before we started this one, and my feeling was, you know, even when you get 3 stacks of Overwhelm, it's only minus 30% of the enemy's melee skill, which is a lot, but you know, they can still hit, and they do still hit. And so in that situation, you've thrown 3 attacks at an enemy that you haven't killed, and it still hits you anyway, a lot of the time. The way I like to play is that the theory is if I'm throwing 3 attacks at anything, I want it to be dead. I feel like if you take a cleaver specialist with quick hands, and you have him quick hands between a whip and a cleaver, then you might as well give him shield expertise. But then you can just quick hands to your whip and disarm someone. And disarm is just far better than Overwhelm. I think back when Overwhelm used to lower the defensive stats of the target as well, then you could make an argument for it being better, but not anymore. Uh, 317. Oof, that's dreadful prices. What do we have here? Getting legendary range weapons is so hard. Rolling green skins, absolutely. I suppose let's push to 25,000 and then buy the next upgrade for our inventory. Armored opponents, master the hammer. We're not doing that. 50,000. Oof. Kraken. $50,000 or the Kraken. How close are we to taking down the Kraken? Not very. I still need more Lindworm acid. I suppose we're saving up to 50 grand then. Yes. Greenskins away. Oh, just a bunch of wolf riders. Easy money. Level 10, level 11, level 9. So these two lads, just White and Geralt, are the last two that I need to level up until I get myself another ranged guy. I actually want to go fight those nomads. There's assassins there. I need to dagger those assassins down and take their armor. You'd have said no and have it asked again in 3 days. I didn't even know that was an option. I've only been playing for 2,200 hours. I didn't even know that's an option. Today I learned. Stab. Little glass cannons these shits are. It is indeed a massacre. Exactly what I would have hoped for. I found when it's just wolf riders, it's really not that hard. Crunch, thunk, killed. Oh yeah, I can listen to Gobbo's die all day. I've suffered a lot at the hands of these fuckers over the thousands of hours. The worst is the little dagger sound, the snick, 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 dead lad. Blood on the sands. Very nicely done, boys. Easy. So, a plethora of cutthroats, a few slingers, and a few archers. I thought there might be assassins there, but clearly not. Where are we going? Schneeberg. Defend from raiding parties. That's a decent payday. We'll take that. Just wish I knew what kind of raiding parties. Probably greenskins. Well, I mean, look, we're 420 days in, and we have not yet had a regular old civil war. And that is when we're going to be in the money. So we're due for a civil war. Is this them? I think that's them. I hope the Hedge Knight has proper armor. He does not. Are they going to come forward? Looks like they might. Ooh, I think I can pot shot here. That lad is the biggest threat. I do find it's worth closing on these guys that are holding the pylons, because those pylons can obviously do a lot of shield damage, but they do a lot of armor damage as well. We'll get him. Okay, so the Hedge Knight chose the 3 worst lads to let himself get in contact with. Dumas can stun him with a wooden stick, and then Venthorn and Stobbie will dagger the Jesus out of him. You say coat of plates, but I think probably my favourite heavy armour is the full coat of scales. I believe it has a slightly better armour to fatigue ratio than the coat of plates. The coat of plates is a little too heavy. 42 fatigue. I think coat of scales is 300 for 38. The regular scales is 240. The full coat of scales I think is 300. Then you put like a wolf attachment onto it, and then it's 315 for 38. Damn it. No. I think maybe we can really step up the clearing out of ruins, and with the brothers we've got, we can probably take on the goblin cities. I'm gonna start going to the ruins that have 50% chance for legendaries. Start fighting there. So I've done very poorly in terms of achieving legendaries. Can still go here. Wait, maybe we should kill that lad. Oh yeah, two stabs. 2 stabs with the rondelle. Right, men, give him the charge. Charge! I love dagger lads. Dagger dudes are just so good. They of course have the limitations and they fall off in the super late game, but for the vast majority of your campaign, you're going to be fighting organics and raiders. Raiders are by far the most common thing you're going to fight. And nothing ruins a raider like a dagger specialist. And helps with your economy. Crossbowmen are pretty damn good too. And honestly, even goons that are what's it, flail specialists. Our goons were really good this campaign. Oh, you watched Rome? Oh, yeah. Dude, and did you get to the point where Pulo is supposed to be executed and then Vorenus fights to help him to save his brother? 13! 13! Oh, God, it's so fucking good. Love that show. Best bromance in any show ever. Pulo and Vorenus. Yeah. I forget the name of the actor, but the guy who plays Pulo is so good. He's Ray Stevenson. Ray Stevenson. I think he's an Irish actor. He's really good. Okay, so this should be profitable now. 2 sets of heavy armor, assuming we get them both. Nice, the reinforced and the heavy lamella. Oh, is that it? Very profitable that. That was super profitable. And immediately into a patrol. Okay, good. Good, you're good. This is exactly what we need money-wise. Where are we off to? Schmel time. Well, more big brigand groups. I'm even going to fight them. 22, a leader, some marksmen. What? This isn't even the same mission. And also, I love the way how they made all the female characters like properly strong characters. And that didn't just make them strong in the sense of, you know, making them act like men. This is too good of a fight to turn down. I don't like fighting at night, but oh well. Well, now I don't like fighting at night because I have such decent archers of my own. But shot right in the head. This could be quite a bit of a bummer of a fight, fighting at height disadvantage a lot of the time. But our lads are strong enough, and these raiders are dumb enough, it looks like, to front up against us. In that case, we just hold this turn and see what they do. Also, if we come across any wolves running around, we've got to kill them. I want their pelts. 23%, 69, that's a good shot. Check. I really don't want to go against high disadvantage light armor. Honestly, I kind of forgot that a big part of this playthrough was to test how good Fearsome is. And we ended up only getting Fearsome on a couple of our lads, and it was okay. I mean, in some of the fights it was really good. But in the fights that I would want it to be effective the most, which is against, you know, super tough enemies like your Lindworms and whatnot, I don't think I was going to do anything because the Lindworms have like, what, 200 resolve? So it ain't going to do shit against Lindworm. Unless Fearsome stacks, which I don't believe it does. And even then, if you assume that my lads are lowering the target's resolve by like 10, 15 at the most for Marden. Speak of the devil, what's up, Marden? And the Lindworm has 200 resolve and Fearsome stacks, you'd still need to hit it like 8 times before you get down to 100 resolve. So it's just not going to work, is it? Get in there. Foregone a Fearsome playthrough. Turn 2 smash orcs, naval armies. No, yeah. Like, I totally appreciate how good guns can be, but overall I'm not crazy about them. I would need to do a playthrough where I really lean into the guns, because I'm currently using like split the difference, half gunner, half crossbow lads, and they're okay, but most of the time I find myself choosing to use the crossbow just because of that one tap potential of the crossbow, which you just don't get from the gun. What's up, Wolfster? Yeah. I can't see the devs putting too much more work into this now. I would imagine they've finally squeezed everything else they can. So each of the 4 had 2 guns. So we had an Alpha Strike turn with 4 Fearsome. But when you switch to the backpacked gun, don't you have to reload that gun? So you shoot for 3 AP, quick hands for no AP, reload for another 3. Can you then attack? Oh yeah, Samurai expansion, that would be great. It stays loaded in the bag. Okay, cool. Yeah, Samurai remake, but Game of Thrones remake. I would like. But I can only imagine how expensive the licensing would be, even just to use the house sigils to paint the shields. And I mean, the map editor could no doubt crank out, you know, a half-decent Westeros map. If Legends mod hasn't already done that, or some other mod. I think these lads are a little scared of us. Oh, he could have attacked, damn. Messed that up. One tap. I was Wolfster, but I took like a 2-week break. Mostly from streaming completely. And, it was a nice little break. Played a lot of Dota. Had a nice little 14-game loss streak. And I was like, okay, fuck it. Maybe it's time to go back to Battle Brothers. Oh, good dodge. Well, I think it was last weekend there was the Predecessor second closed alpha, which I really enjoyed. Predecessor feels almost exactly like playing Paragon. Just hope they can do something about the servers, because I had to put up with 210 milliseconds ping to Europe. Like on the Dota servers, I get 175, which sucks, but it's manageable. So if Predecessor can get down to 175 milliseconds ping, then I'm going to play a lot of Predecessor when it's out fully. Diatide has been fun. I've played a lot of Diatide. Just the economy in Diatide sucks. You just get a few shards for a game. But I suppose, I mean, you play a game in 15 minutes, so... And Diatide is so hard to balance given the nature of the game. Yes, some of the heroes are just totally OP. Like this morning, I had a Wind Ranger in the last round. Invis up to the pot, the taffy pot. Focus fire it, and we lost like, you know, 80 taffy in like a few seconds. Just lost the round. It's fucking stupid. For those of you who don't play Dota or Diatide, must be like, this must sound like total gibberish. But if you don't play Dota, I envy you. Your mind is still pristine. You haven't been infected by all the trolls and the toxic people. And the Russians. Oh, the Russians. I love it. Okay, cool. And that's all the heads we need for this patrol. Done already. 13, 90, 93 is fine. Hit points, fatigue, range skill. What level are these guys now? Level 10. Geralt is almost there. He needs another, what? 785. White is got a way to go. I need to hit the training area. Malik Sacrifice, always the sort to take one for the company, seems to have single-handedly helped the resolve of the men. I feel bad now, because he's increased the whole group's resolve by being an optimist. And he's going to get sacrificed, isn't he? Play MOBA. Oh, the thing is, MOBA's really, it's kind of like drugs, because the very best gaming experiences I've had in my life have been in MOBAs. It's the best of the best, but it's also the worst of the worst. The most satisfying gaming moments have all come from Dota. But, you know, for every one satisfying moment, you have hundreds of hours of just misery. I mean, I suppose I would enjoy it more if I wasn't just playing it casually. Because it feels like most of the time, you just want to pop on for a fun game, but instead, you know, you're running into Smurfs who are practicing for TI and you just get crushed. I'm going to keep those. So, Assenfest, it has the training hall, and Chemist Mark gives us the best prices. So unfortunately, due to this task, it's going to keep operating in this area. Just bouncing between these two, filling up the inventory, selling it at Chemist Mark, training the lads here. Come on, give us... hang on. Ruins of Ironheart Keep, full of treasure, northwest of here. Prices here are really good. Sell, sell, sell. Look at that, we're almost halfway to our goal. 285, but it's minus 40. I don't know. And the dog mod, interesting. Please tell me he's dumb. He's not dumb. 47. It's only 2 points lower than a hunter. Not hunter, sorry. A poacher. Royal Mail. I can't find Royal Mail anymore. It's so hard to find. So who has a lot of fatigue? Like 81 is pretty good. 54. Heavy lamellar. 81. 72. It's like 55 extra armor. Is it really worth it? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. 92. Righto, repair all the things. Now, bear in mind we need 11 of these pokers. We've got 1, 2, 3 there. 4, 5, 6 more of those. Spears in total also we want 11. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So sell the boar spear. We have enough spears. Now we need goblin pokers. There's a big orc fight. It's a 3 skull. But we need the money. Keep accelerating. Ooh, a few berserkers, mini warriors, very much doable. How's the armor looking here? I think I want the two-handed mace for this fight. Dagger, dagger, mace, mace, sword, sword. Great sword is fine. For white, the assassin lad. Long axe is fine. I think I like the great swords. This is probably the way to roll for now. Good, so all the polearm lads are fully leveled. Shield breaker, assassin, ranged. I have everything I need here. I don't need to spend any of this stuff, I don't think. Who is still getting their stuff repaired? No one on the front line, right? No, we are grand. 43 minutes. Take a little break there. When we come back, let's go clear out. What's this called here? Uncharted Cave. There's one warrior lad, or he's either a champion lad or he's a warlord. A few berserkers and many warriors. We can do that.